Mr. Mayor. To Mr. Miller, Switzerland has this long-standing commitment to neutrality, but it does contribute to NATO missions in Kosovo and other UN and EU security operations. How do you evaluate Swiss contributions to international security, and what might you do to encourage them, consistent with their own domestic traditions, to take an even more forward-leaning role?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think we know that Switzerland is clear-eyed when it comes to their approach in dealing with other nations and what they're doing around the world, and that they have a keen interest in making sure to address any threat to the international order. Both Switzerland and Liechtenstein are committed allies. I'm very lucky, if confirmed, to step into this role of having not only a partner in these missions, but to be able to have the high-level discussions that we're able to have with both Switzerland and Liechtenstein, and our work broadly in Europe.
Thank you. Ms. Harpootlian, you talked in your opening testimony about Slovenia's commitment to greater defense investment. They have one of the lowest levels of investment in terms of GDP percentage of NATO allies. They have indicated a desire to ramp up that investment. Does that defense modernization plan present opportunities for the United States and U.S. companies?
I'm unmuted. Thank you for the question, Senator, and I appreciate the opportunity to address it. Slovenia, this past year, they have increased their defense spending by 780 million euros, and that is a significant increase from any of the prior years. So I feel as if we're making progress in the right direction. If I am confirmed, I will continue to push Slovenia to meeting those goals. Right now, they're scheduled for 2026 to meet the 2% guidelines. And that includes NATO capability targets and force modernization.
I would encourage you, I'm glad to see them make those commitments. There may well be opportunities for U.S. companies and others to be involved in helping Slovenia reach those goals, and I know you'll focus on those. Finally, to Mr. Ramanathan, Sweden has been a very strong partner in countering Russian aggression, and one area that they've particularly focused on is trying to counter disinformation. This is an area where we've had challenges here. We're a robust First Amendment society, and that sometimes means that a lot of disinformation, crowds up all of our inboxes. What is Sweden doing that we might emulate, or how could we and Sweden partner together on anti-disinformation efforts?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. Sweden takes a very clear-eyed view on disinformation and other, particularly from Russia. There has been increased malign activity relating to disinformation and misinformation campaigns. They have a whole of government approach to combating disinformation, and we coordinate with Sweden on monitoring and pushing back on those kind of campaigns. If confirmed, I look forward to continuing to collaborate on monitoring and pushing back on disinformation campaigns, and also on using public diplomacy and interacting with media, both traditional and social media, and in-person conversations, of course, with the people of Sweden, to ensure that our messages and priorities are clear, and that too can be a way of pushing back on disinformation.
Thank you for that answer. Senator Romney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Barrett,